Hey everybody, LoneBesamell. This is my 42nd Wi-Fi battle. I got a challenge and a battle with Mortality, Codycyd JD, aka Mortality on YouTube. It's a good match. I threw together a new team, and it actually worked out pretty well. I'm thinking of keeping it around. It's really, really nice. He leads off with his Weavile. I lead off with Dr. Viper, who, shout out to Guyu for giving me that. It's a Skeptile. You don't get to see him battle in this game, but he is pretty sweet. You'll see him probably in the future, I hope. So I switched out to Harper, my Weezing. He SDs. That was a good prediction for him to SD on the switch. Now, I was thinking about switching out here because I was really worried he was going to crit on the Night Slash, but I knew I had nothing else to take it. He doesn't end up critting, so I'm able to take him out with a second Flamethrower. That was really a nice way to start the battle for me. So I have, right now it's 6-5, and I'm doing pretty well. He brings in his Azelf. I know he's going to Psychic. At least that's what I'm expecting. So I switch out. You saw this Umbreon in my Halloween special, Darnay. That's how I'm going to pronounce his nickname, Darnay, because it's fancy schmancy. He predicts the Toxic, which was a pretty sweet move on his part, and he switches out to his special Lucario. So obviously Toxic is not going to affect him. I knew an Aura Sphere was coming, or a fighting type move essentially. So I switched out to Mars, who you also saw in my Halloween special, my Scarfed Gengar. I pull a Focus Blast. He stays in. He was not happy that he stayed in. Bad prediction, but it's all right. He switches in his Gallade, which I know is Scarfed. I've seen his videos. He's seen mine. So yesterday we had a battle. We had two battles, but he accidentally ran on one of them, just like on accident, I guess. And the other one, he had to go. So we ended up not finishing either battle. So I decided to throw a new team together since he'd seen my entire team for the first two battles. I switch in Weezing, pretty much his death fodder, and I know he's stuck on Psycho Cut because he's Scarfed, so I switch in Darnay for the immunity, and I Toxic as he switches in his Milotic. I know I don't have to worry about him switching in his Lucario anymore because that's down. So I Protect just from some Toxic damage. I know the Hypnosis is coming. There's really nothing that his Milotic can do to me at all. I'm Umbreon. I'm pretty much ready to kick some ass. I'll take this Hypnosis. I'll let him do whatever he wants. I can stall him out all day. He has Recover, but eventually the Toxic's just going to add up so high he won't be able to recover from it. Right now I'm hoping to get a Curse up, and I do wake up and I Curse. Now, even though I have a Curse in, I could still take some damage, but I'm going to stay in just to see how much a close combat will do. Turns out he predicts the switch and uses Fire Punch. Fire Punch is a Platinum move tutor move for Gallade. I'm not that concerned. I'm okay with you guys using Platinum move sets for future reference, just so you guys know. It's cool with me. I Protect, but he switches. So he's got Milotic in now, and I Protect again, and he gets me to sleep. Pretty much, at this point, we're in the same position as we were before. We have Milotic in. I'm asleep. I could switch out. I was thinking about maybe switching out to my Gengar for a T-Bolt, but there's nothing he can do to me right now, so I'm just going to stay in. What he basically was doing there was get himself off the Fire Punch, because he's Scarfed. So then he CCs. I still have a Curse up, but it does a hell of a lot of damage either way. So I could stay in and try and wake up, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to switch out to Delciel, who you all should recognize from my main team, which has now retired, but I decided to put him on this team for the Quad Resist to take that close combat. Now, I probably should have switched in Gengar, honestly, but he ends up doing alright because I predict the switch to his Milotic, so I Bug Buzz as opposed to Air Slash, which is going to do just enough more than Air Slash to KO the Milotic. So now I don't have to worry about that anymore. This part pissed me off a little bit. If I hadn't had a more comfortable lead, it would have made the battle a lot closer. What happens next? Oh, he spent a long time thinking, I forgot. He switches in a Gliscor. So right now I'm going to go for a Hypnosis. And I'm hoping to hell that it hits, and it fucking misses. He Ice Fangs. I thought it was all over for my Yanmega, but it doesn't take him out. So I'm going to go for another Hypnosis and hope that it hits, and it does hit, thank God. So at this point, I'm going to Air Slash him. And it does a little less than half. Now, he's only got 2 turns sleeping right now. So chances are I'm going to be able to hopefully either get a crit or get a flinch or something like that. I miss with the air slash, 95 accuracy, and he wakes up and ice fangs me. I mean, what the fuck? Of course that would happen to me. If I didn't have, like I said, if I didn't have a more comfortable lead, that really would have screwed me over, but I didn't. And I end up being asleep, and I survive with 1 HP, which sort of sucks. The only reason I went before him just now is because I used Protect. Really, there's no reason that I would use Protect, but maybe just to wake up and get a Toxic off, something like that. So it was actually really useless to switch in my Umbreon because I forgot. It was like a complete brain fart. I forgot that I had HP Ice on my Gengar, so I switch in Mars and give him an HP Ice. I could HP Ice this guy, not going to kill him, because it's not Stab. And Gallade actually does have some pretty decent special defense. So I switch out to Zane, my Zangoose. I really wish he would have had more battle time, because he really can do pretty well if you give him the chance. But right now he's just serving to stall, or take up some turns so I can get more poison damage on this Gallade. And now that I've switched back in, I'm off HP Ice, and I can now Shadow Ball the Gallade for the win. Not for the win, but for the KO, and he's going to switch in his Azelf, which is his last poke. Shadow Ball for the win. Great game. Mortality / Cody, whatever you want to call him. His YouTube account is Mortality. I'm going to put that in the description. I want you to go check out his vids. He's got some pretty sweet vids. Anyway, thanks for the challenge. I got a list that I'm going to start moving down. I want you guys to keep challenging me if you want to battle. I don't know. I'm excited for this. So, thanks guys. Adios.